Super Duty Godzilla 7.3 gasoline engine, 197,000 views, $2,400. Man, I'll tell you what, I might have to give up the Mustang game. Hey, what's up? Ken from Palm Beach Dyno here. We've got a little bit of a different video for you today. We hit 1 million views on our first video ever. In fact, I think our next video is in the 300,000 range. For those of you that are new around here, we are Ford high performance guys. So, although there's a lot of those as far as the big YouTube world, you know, our content's pretty focused, so we don't see those crazy views, except on this one. And boy, did we make a lot of money. Not every video that has a ton of views makes a lot of money, but this one did. Since I love data so much, I figured I would dig in deeper and figure out exactly why. So stay tuned for a behind the scenes look at our YouTube channel. In my wildest dreams, I never figured when I sat down to do this video that it would be so popular. Our channel is not focused on revenue. I didn't sit down and write a script or anything. I sat down and told you guys what I thought about the new car as it relates to cars I'm familiar with. And that turned out to be a great success. People who are professional YouTubers put a lot of effort into scripting and thumbnails, descriptions. You know, there's a lot that really goes into it if YouTube is your #1 business, and it's not ours. But we have been trying as the channel grows. We just recently hit 40,000 subscribers, and things are doing pretty well. So not only are we going to look at the Z06 video, we'll also show you how some of our other videos have done. So why did this video do so well? Well, after sorting through all the data, I think I know. The #1 thing that's really going to determine how well you do is going to be your audience. Who's going to be interested in the topics? Like I said, up until now, we're mostly a Ford-only performance channel. So out of the whole YouTube universe, we have a real small sliver of that. But we do some different videos. So where do the bigger videos come that we do? Interestingly enough, it's not Mustang. We do 99% Mustang, but our biggest videos, which we'll go over in just a second, are obviously the Corvette video, Explorer ST videos. Our F-250 Super Duty has done amazing. And there's reasons for that. Are those widespread topics? No, but they're a little bit more unique. There's lots of people talking about Mustangs on the internet, but not as many talking about Explorer STs or Super Duties, and we've provided a lot of good content there. So, you know, in that case, it's in our wheelhouse, but it's more unique. So what else can you do? Now, if we do another video, say on a drag racing ET record, that's going to add a lot more people to our audience. No longer is it going to be just Ford guys. Anybody interested in high performance is going to look at that probably. I look at if a Supra or, a Corvette or a Hellcat sets a record, I'm kind of curious. I want to know what the competition's going to do, and I like high performance, even if it's not Ford related. So now our audience is bigger. Well, it can get even bigger if you leave out the really high performance. Yeah, that's right. High performance is still a niche. A lot of people want to know what the car will do stock, how it's going to perform stock, how people like the vehicle stock, and that's because most people don't modify those vehicles, which I think is crazy, but that's the case. So now, with the Corvette video, we have this widely expanded audience, which is just anybody interested in fast cars, not necessarily modified cars. And we did one important thing. We compared it to another brand. People love competition. You put this versus that, and they want to watch it. They don't even know necessarily what this and that is, but they want to see who wins. In this case, I put the GT350 versus the Corvette Z06 based on my opinion, and brought up some really good points that seemed to resonate, and the video took off. Now, that's another thing to mention. We talk about a 1 million view video. Well, on most videos, you're going to make the majority of the revenue in the beginning, and then as it goes and lasts forever, you can make more. Now, there's evergreen videos, and then there's newsworthy videos. This Z06 video is a newsworthy video. It just came out. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was searching YouTube for the Z06. So that's what we took advantage of. Not really on purpose, but it worked out that way. Now, an evergreen video may be a technical video that has a ton of good information, and that video is going to go on at a very consistent rate for a very long time, as long as the information doesn't become dated, and you could continue to make good money on those videos. Whereas this Z06 video, it's going to fade quickly. But if you hit it hard early, you can still make a lot of money. Anyway, let's go ahead and dig in, and I'll show you a little bit about how this works, how you make money on YouTube, and some more comments on why this one was successful. Okay guys, this is the YouTube back end. It's called Studio, and you can sort over here by what you want to look at. Typically you're going to be looking at the last 28 days. One thing that's really going to influence your revenue is how often you upload, and right now we've been super busy at the shop, so we've only uploaded one video in the last 28 days, and we've made $646. Not bad, and that comes because our channel has grown pretty big. That may have only been $50 a year ago. You can also look over here and you can see we've had 8,000 views in the last 48 hours. That's not great. That's kind of our baseline. And then you can also look over here down at the bottom right, which is going to tell you your top 3 videos in the last 48 hours. This video here, although I don't believe it's in our top 5, let's look at this real quick. This video is on Ray's wide body Shelby GT500 CX1100R. Now, it has 228,000 views and $730. That's pretty good, but not as good as it could be based on the views. Now, there's lots of numbers to go over here, so we'll do that on this one to begin with. You have on the revenue tab, it'll tell you your estimated revenue, and we're looking at this video in its entire lifetime. So our playback CPM is $8.83. What does that mean? Well, that's basically going to tell you how much you're making per 1,000 views. That's not a bad number. It's not a great number. This number seems to vary greatly on a few different topics. One thing that I didn't know until I started looking into this for this video is the time of year is going to make a big difference. Ad revenue is way higher around Christmas time than it is the rest of the year. So it's smart to save a lot of your content towards the end of the year. Last year, we didn't post a single video in December. Again, we're not trying to make money on this. Of course, we want to if we can, but that was not on my radar. Anyway, so 8.83. And the reason for that is probably, let's see. Okay, so this video, the average view duration is only 2 minutes, and people watched 23% of it. Not awful, not great. Now you can look here at the graph over time, and once you get up here, 7-8 minutes into the video, only 17% of people are watching. Now, why is that? Well, I believe this video was very popular because of the thumbnail. It's an insanely good looking vehicle, wide body, GT500, good photography. Let's take a look at the thumbnail. So there's the thumbnail. So, if you like Mustangs or any kind of mean looking cars, you're probably going to click on that. The rest of the video, it's a great video, but it's a personal story about Ray picking up his vehicle and those sorts of things. So as compared to the wider audience, they may not be as interested in that. They just kind of wanted to see what the car was, clicked on it, looked at the little montage in the beginning of the vehicle, and then they clicked away. So let's move on and look at our top 5 videos all time. So we're going to go ahead and switch this to lifetime. So now, as you can see, in the entire life of this channel, which realistically I didn't start consistently uploading to the channel till right around here, so we'll say beginning of 2019, and I remember that. We were mostly marketing on Facebook. I decided, why don't I put these videos on YouTube? So I started to do that, but I was just putting what we put on Facebook on YouTube, And then over time, I started realizing that YouTube takes a little extra effort with the thumbnails and the way you approach things. And I've learned a lot since then, and that's why things have gone up. But $41,000, but that's over 3+ years. That's not that much money, obviously. Not for the amount of effort that's gone into it. So, the top videos. We'll go all the way back to number 6 really quick, because that is a Mustang video, and that would only make 2 in the top 6. It looks like the wide body video, as far as views, is number 3. So let's go to this Street Sleeper video. This is on a Hellion twin turbo, 160,000 views, $537. Again, not bad, but there was a lot of effort into making this video. And that's another thing to consider, you know, the amount of money you make versus the effort. The Corvette video was me sitting in front of this camera talking, and then Francis, who's a big help here at the channel, for those of you guys that don't know him, he does most of our shooting and editing, except for stuff like this, because I'm shooting it myself, of course. You know, some of the videos take crazy amount of time and don't really return us much as far as ad revenue. They may bring us customers, which is our intent. And then the Corvette video, we made big money. Just wait and see. But, you know, it didn't really take a whole lot of time to do. So, I mean, I don't feel like I was pandering to an audience. I was giving my opinion, and honestly, it makes me want to do more opinion videos if I can get those views, because why pass that kind of money up? So, if you guys have any suggestions on opinion videos, go ahead and put them in the comments, and maybe we'll try them out. So, let's go ahead and look at the revenue tab real quick on this video. Again, $8.26. Not great. As you can see, it was posted in December of 2013. A year and a half later, it was $230. So it continues to make money, but not at a very fast rate. So let's go back to the next video. The next video, like I said, is an Explorer video. Explorer ST is an awesome platform, and there's not a ton of content out on this. And this video did very well. As you can see, this is 161,000 views, which if you compare that to the Hellion video, that had 160. But we're at $537 versus $1,749. So what was our CPM on that video? $19. Holy cow. So we're making $19 for every 1,000 views, where the other videos were only 8. Why is that? Well, unique content. Explorer ST content on YouTube is way less than Mustang content. There's probably more ST people out there, although they may not be modifying it. And I may have taken slight advantage of the thumbnail here. The one mod every Explorer ST needs. You know, if I had an Explorer ST, I may have clicked on that. This particular video is about an intercooler upgrade from Whipple for the Explorer ST, and you know, obviously people wanted to hear what I had to say about it, and a lot of that may have had to do with that thumbnail. Next video. Super Duty Godzilla 7.3 gasoline engine, 197,000 views, $2,400. Man, I'll tell you what, I might have to give up the Mustang game. I'm making way more money on these. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, we do 99% Mustang work. That tells you what's important in our market, but we love these guys. We love the Godzilla customers and the Explorer ST customers, but for some reason, it just does really, really well on YouTube. So, we look at that. $23 CPM. Again, that is astronomically high as far as I can tell. I've looked into these videos. People do these videos for different platforms, and that just seems crazy, crazy high. About as high as it gets from what I understand. Now, if you're in another space, again, I said this is due to competition on Godzilla content. So now, all of a sudden, if you're reviewing a smartphone or you're reviewing a laptop, unless you're the really, really big guys, you're probably not making much, because there's so much competition. Advertisers have so many choices as to where to advertise that, you know, you may miss out. Next up, we already went over this one really quickly, but we will one more time. since it's in the queue here, $8.83 CPM. $730 is still good, but only $8.83. And almost all of our Mustang videos are in that range. The next one is our second highest video, 334,000 views. It's an Explorer ST. We probably cleaned up on this one. Well, here's your next bit of advice. Short videos can't really make a ton of money. This video is only, I believe, let's see, it's 1 minute and 13 seconds. What I did was I had a larger video that had all this stuff in it, and I figured it would be easier to share if we wrapped it up. And this was before YouTube Shorts, but that's basically the idea. And people watched an average of 63% of it, and we made $1,257, which is a lot, but not necessarily from a CPM standpoint. That one was only $9, and that's because it's short. If it's short, they can only play so many ads, and that's going to greatly affect it. Now, I want to run back real quick before we show you the big money we made on the Corvette video, because I saw that that one was 63%, and we forgot to look at how much the people actually viewed. So now, this is our Cam Swap 7.3 video. The average view duration was 10 minutes. Now, this was an extremely long video, 40 minutes. Most people aren't going to really watch a 40-minute video unless they're probably doing a cam swap. So 25% of a 40-minute video at 10 minutes is pretty good. And if you look at the graph here, it looks like, you know, we were holding people right up to this point, and then everybody shut it off. So if you really want to dig into this, you would look at that, see what happened. Maybe it got boring or something like that. And then on this Explorer ST video, we had 33% of the people watched the video, but an average duration of 4 minutes and 36 seconds. So a lower average duration, but percentage-wise, it's pretty close. So, time for the big one. Now, as you can see, I'm a little behind on doing this video. I said I was going to do this video on our Facebook and Instagram, and you could go ahead and guess how much we made. So if you go ahead and guess right now, you can still get in on the contest. I'm giving away $100. We're going to go off of how much it made right at 1 million views. We're at 1,011,733 now. So go ahead, make sure you get your comment in there, get your guess in. We're going to use the guesses down below and the guesses on Facebook and Instagram, and one person's going to win $100 for guessing. So, drum roll, how much did we make? Well, first let's look at this. Oh, I already did it. You can see it. There we go. I clicked on the wrong thing. $9,496. I mean, if you could do a few of those a month, you'd be living large. And obviously there's a lot of YouTubers out there doing exactly that, and this explains how they can afford to do what they're doing. I mean, I literally sat down. This video is 12 minutes. I sat down, recorded this video in probably 20 minutes with Francis's help, and then Francis probably edited it in a day or less, and $10,000. Now, if I can figure out that recipe and do that over and over and over again, there's a business model right there. I'm a little busy doing car stuff though. Anyway, so let's look at it in a little bit more detail. So right there, 38% average view. That's pretty damn high, and 4 minutes and 34 seconds. So at 6 minutes in, we still had 39% of the people watching, and I believe it had to do with the way that I presented it. There's other videos out there that came out at the same time on the Z06. The YouTuber was driving the vehicle that nobody even knew hardly existed until that day, out there driving it, and my video outpaced it easily, because just seeing the car without really obviously being able to beat on it a whole lot was nice, but you know, after that you get kind of bored. Whereas the insight that I had, I think, was fairly good, and that's why people kept watching. I do think that the thumbnail was pretty good. Let's take a look at that real quick. There's the thumbnail. I really want to hate it, but got the weird look on my face, I normally don't, or in the past hadn't put my face in these thumbnails, but another thing that I noticed on YouTube is I click on the ones with faces, because you're like, oh, there's that guy I want to listen to again, or there's, you know, it's easily identifying the channel itself. Whereas if it's just a picture of a Z06 engine, they don't know exactly it's me or it's our channel. Now in this case, Z06 and us don't go hand in hand, but let's say it's a GT500. Obviously people clicked on race car, and I don't want my face in every thumbnail, but it is an effective way to do it. It's a little bit clickbaity, where I said I really want to hate it, but, and then the title I think is a really, really good one. I was super worried about this title. I didn't know if I wanted to use the curse word, even though it's, you know, kind of blanked out in there, or paint forward in that way, but I knew I was going after a more widespread audience, and I was pitting two vehicles together, so I wanted to start it off right and start a little crap, I guess. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yes, we made $10,000 almost on one video, but we've also only made $40,000 in like 3 or 4 years. We do have a full-time media person at Palm Beach Dyno. We're not a typical YouTube channel. That's because we use it for marketing, to bring business in and all that. If it was a business only, I would be losing money, obviously, because I technically have one video employee, and he definitely makes more than $40,000 in 3 years. So, where does that leave us? Exactly where we were. We're going to continue to do the videos that you guys are used to and that you love. I do want to do more of the opinion, not these videos. This video here I thought would be fun. You probably will never see another video like this again on our channel, but what you will see is more opinion-based videos like the Z06 video, shorter technical videos about hints and tips. And if there's anything else that you guys want to see that you don't already see on our channel, make sure you put it below. We'll read all the comments, and hopefully, you know, we'll use your idea. Maybe if we use your idea, you get a free t-shirt. How about that? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.